Let's try changing the music a second. Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of The Picnic Table. This is episode 17 of season 2, and it is the last episode of this season, which isn't nothing to worry about, as I was just saying in the chat. We're back on Sunday, like we never gonna stop. Like, you know me, I don't stop. Season 3 is just going to be a bigger upgrade. Basically, we're going to put in some new technology through season 3 again. A few more upgrades planned. We got a kind of new format of the show. The interviews are going to go slightly differently. There's going to be loads more guests, loads more giveaways, loads more fun things for you to get involved with. I'm just going to sort my camera out a second because I realised I'm super close. Whoa. You don't want to see that close. Like I'm not pretty enough for that. Good evening, everybody. I'm just going to say good evening to everyone who's in the chat. We've got Ted's Creatures has just come in. Good evening. All Ants UK. Good evening. Dave Zantz. Good evening. And Ramblins. Good evening. KB. Good evening. Mark. Good evening. Roger. Good evening. We got Laser Boy. TS. I always get that wrong. Over in Twitch. I think we've got a few Facebook watchers at the moment as well. Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for signing in for another episode. So yeah, like I was just saying, we've got a new format sort of laid out for season 3. There's going to be loads more games, loads more giveaways, which kind of brings me on to my next thing. There's going to be some giveaways tonight as well. We're going to leave it a little bit later on because obviously we don't want to jump in straight away with giveaways. That would be silly. But we have got Discord giveaways and we have got a giveaway tonight. We'll probably do a duck race for it because we love a good duck race, don't we? But so tonight I just want to go over the last season, really. If you've got anything you want to talk about, anything at all, just give us a shout. But really, what did you think of the last season? Was there any bits that you really enjoyed? Was there any interviews that you enjoyed more than others? There was definitely a few bits I've really enjoyed in the interviews. We've had some amazing guests, haven't we? Was there... Oh, my phone's going off. That's unprofessional of me, isn't it? There's actually a notification telling me that I'm live. But so yeah, what was your favorite bits? What was your least favorite bits? I don't mind. You know me, I can take a bit of criticism. Did you enjoy this season? It was a bit of a shame. Some of the guests let us down, and we had quite a few nights of just me. Which is it that bad, really? Yeah, it is. You'd much rather have guests, and I don't blame you. So would I. But you know how things are, and you can't really. It's hard to fill a space last minute, especially at this time of night. But yeah, so I really enjoyed, like, there was that bit with Dakota, DC DB Exotics back in, like, I think it was episode 1 of this season. It was a great episode. I really enjoyed that interview. I enjoy his channel a lot, actually. And then we were talking about his weather, and like his weather's so much worse than ours. Like his windows and everything had frozen solid. I remember that one. That was a good one. I just noticed there's another Diacama drone slowly walking about, so I'll have to collect him before he goes flying in a little bit. I still haven't sorted out a lid for that enclosure. I'm kind of just hoping that I catch them all. Basically, they're so slow and they're not really doing a lot. I am drinking like half a can of Relentless at the minute. I've been really. I'll explain in a second. Oh, spilt it everywhere. What am I doing? Right, so got to apologise for the last stream. Well, we're on Wednesday today, so Sunday stream. Anyone who signed in would already know I wasn't able to do my chat show. I wasn't able to talk to you. I was so unwell. I caught a nasty chest infection, which I'm actually still recovering from. You might hear it in my chest. I might start coughing at some point. We'll wait and see for that. But I was really, really unwell. I couldn't get out of bed. I was sleeping like 14 hours of the day, coughing up all sorts of gut. It was a pretty nasty illness. So I must apologize for not being able to make that stream, but there was a legit reason. We did carry on the stream, and I was there in the chat. Like I'm always going to do these streams for you. Thanks for that, Ted. I'm not feeling particularly fresh, but thank you for saying that I'm looking fresh tonight. That's very kind of you. I suppose I've eaten well. That's like when I start feeling better, I get my appetite back. And when I start eating well, you get that color back in your face and the energy of life comes back, doesn't it? I think, yeah, it makes a difference. But for a few days, I was touch and go. Like, whew, it wasn't nice. Was not nice. But yeah, so I'm always going to do these streams every Wednesday and Sunday, probably until the day I die. We'll wait and see about that. But yeah, I'll be here every Wednesday. If I can't talk because I'm about to die, then I'll just do it in chat. But we'll always be here. There's always going to be this meeting place because I feel I enjoy it. I enjoy talking to you all, and you're here. It's got a nice play. I know what it is. I know what it. Right. I've got a different lighting on. I told you, season 3, we're going to get all sorts of new technology involved. So I've got some new lights already, so I thought I'd put them on. You know me, I get excited about stuff. But yeah, so thank you. I've got a nice glow. I'm liking that. That's good. I'm liking these lights. Apparently they make me look good. We'll stick with that. Yeah, I'm happy. So let me just have a quick look. Has anyone else got a episode that they particularly enjoyed out of the entire season? Did you enjoy the open mic nights? They were pretty fun as well. We had quite a few open mic nights. And you're always like, if you send me a message whilst I'm on it, if I'm able to read it and if the kind of show would allow it and structured for it, then you can jump on anyways. You don't have to be booked on as a guest. Most people are more than welcome pretty much all the time. You know what I mean? It's all good fun. You know the rules, like don't get religious, don't get political, and don't get abusive, basically. And just have fun and chat to the community and be amazing. Just looking at what I've got. So I write down these notes of stuff to talk about, right? But they're in front of me and I can't even read them, my own handwriting, because I was writing them like not slow and steady. My handwriting's awful, right? Like it's weird because I used to work in an office, like and things like that, and do all sorts of forms. But my handwriting's absolutely terrible. And it's like my kids write better than me. I've never advanced out of like primary stage. I think I'm still on like the first book they gave me in school, like Roger Red Hat or something. Never got past it. We won't get into that. No long hair cast in the shadow. Yeah, all right, okay. The open mic night, yeah, all Ants UK and Dave's Ants saying the open mic nights, they get a little bit crazy. And you were on one all once. Yeah, yeah. I like the way they kind of get a bit crazy, little bit random, don't they? Bit out of hand sometimes. One at the open mic night, I think it might have been in season 1, we had like 4 or 5 people come on and we were all there chatting. Oh, it was great fun. Great fun. I can't remember if that was season 1 or season 2. We've done a lot of episodes over the whole period. Like season 3, oh, like it's starting to look really good already. I'm just starting to book guests now, if I'm completely honest. I would have wanted to do it last week, but I've been so unwell that I just haven't been able to get to the desk and actually start working on things. But I started like looking at booking guests for season 3. If you want to get on season 3, send me a message. You don't have to be anyone in particular. If you want to get on season 3 just for like, there's going to be game things that like we're going to need like 3 people involved with and things like that. So if you want to get on one of the giveaways in the shows, then just send me a message and you'll go on to a list sort of thing, and everyone will get a chance to come on to a show and do a giveaway. Or right, you see what I mean? You see what I mean? Everyone will get a chance. It's going to be so much fun. Like I'm really looking forward to the new episodes. The new structure like is just, yeah. Like do you know how hard it is to sit here and chat for like, what's time now? It's only been 10 minutes. Like the other night I did like an hour and a half completely on my own. It's actually really hard to be chatting and entertaining. And like the fact that you come back is really like, it means a lot to me because it means that I'm like doing well enough. But I always feel like I could improve that entertainment factor for you, because you know what I mean? Like if you look at any other chat show or like that sort of thing, they're quite entertaining people, and I'm not that sort of person generally. So I've tried to improve the structure of the shows and things like that to make it more entertaining, because I'm just a boring ant person, you know. I like ants, I like lifting weights. That's basically me. Um, so yeah, now we can get everyone in on it. We can start giving away loads of free stuff, and it's going to be absolutely. Yeah, you are loyal. You are very loyal, and I really love that about you all. I don't know what else to say. You know, I'm rubbish with words, but I do appreciate all of you being such an awesome part of the community and watching all these episodes and listening to me, basically. Because like I say, it's not easy to sit here for like a hour and a half, sometimes even 3 hours I've done. Stacy, thank you for watching sneakily at work. A Bluetooth headphone is hiding in your hair. I'll not be around much, just quick peeks when I can. Well done, Stacy. You have beat the system. That's what I'm going with. Well done, you've beat the system. You've got priorities. You know what I mean? Priorities are to watch the picnic table show or listen to the picnic table show. But don't forget these. I actually haven't put season 2 on Spotify yet. I'm gonna just do it all in one big block. Whole of season 1's on there. So yeah, if you want to listen to it on Spotify at any point, it is on Spotify as well. And All Ants UK says, I am very entertaining. Thank you. I try to be. Like, believe it or not, I actually, when I started doing these shows for you, I went and took some lessons. I did a lot of research on how to actually be a more entertaining sort of host. And I think it's taught me a lot of how to engage with the community, because otherwise I'd probably just sit here and wait for you to send me a message and ask me a question. And I think, you know, just having things to talk about. Like I said, I always try and write down a list of things to actually talk to you about, keep you actually entertained, actually tell you interesting things about what's going on in the community or whatever research I can get down, You know what it's about. Should we do a warm-up duck race? It's not going to be the giveaway duck race, but I think we need to warm the ducks up. Like, they might need to stretch their flappers out, move their beaks. I don't know what ducks do to warm up, but I think they need to have a warm up race. So let's set up a duck race. Whilst I'm doing that, what was your least favorite stream of season 2? And I you know me, I can take brutal honesty, can take criticism. So don't worry about offending me. I've got thicker skin than bad state. I can't even think of an analogy for that, a metaphor. I've got thicker skin than the substrate in that tank. Boosh. Mark, if people want me to wear antenna and mandibles, I am down with that. I'd be so down with that. There's a good chance that I'm gonna spend like an hour in an ant suit at the Great Ant Exhibition. So if you come to that, you probably will see me in that full ant suit. Yeah. Um, right. So duck race. We've got 9 people in the chat at the moment. So I am putting 9 ducks in the race. If you haven't already grabbed a number, grab your number. If you're on Twitch or Facebook, I will shout out the numbers as they're coming out. So we've got Dave at number 2, Ted's Creatures at number 5, All Ants UK is number 4. So if you're here, Stacey is number 3. If you're here, just shout out a number. You can get in. Mark, I'm afraid Stacey's literally just taken that one. Ant Ramblings is in at 7. All Ants UK says there's an actual ant mask I can buy. I looked it up. There's a full suit you can get. Like, there's quite a few like ant mascot suits. They're quite expensive, but I will do that for you. You know I'm crazy enough to. Cubiz. I'm afraid 7's been taken by Ant Ramblings. We still have. Right, I need to write this down. Hold on. We got Ant Ramblings at 7. We've got. Let's go back to the start. Right, we got Dave's Ants at 2. Ted's Creatures at 5. All Ants UK at 4. We've got Stacey at 3. Mark is number 1. Ant Ramblings was 7. So we still have 6, 8, and 9. If anyone wants to grab 6, 8, or 9, the Ant Warrior, buddy, I haven't seen you in ages. How are you? Ant Warrior is number 9. It's really nice of you to show up, buddy. Like, we need to catch up at some time, but amazing to see you. How are you? And how was your thing? Did everything get to you okay? You know what I mean. Right, so we're bringing in a duck race. The ducks are lined up and ready. They are raring to go. Feeling a bit crazy. We now have 12 people in the chat, but we've only got 9 ducks. We still have number 8 and number 6 available. Cubez is Cubsy. Is that? I can't pronounce your name. I'm sorry. I'm really bad at reading. Really bad with names. And I'm dyslexic and all of that. Cubsy, you need to choose either 6 or 8. And if anyone else wants to jump in, 6 or 8. I'm just going to go through the ducks we've got in today or tonight. Because over here in the UK, it is pitch black right now. 9:15 in the evening. Right, we have purple stripy duck in number 1, or pink stripy duck, we could say, because next to pink stripy duck is purple stripy duck, the original. Those two kind of work as a team, bit of a pair. They race down the track together, supporting each other the whole way. One of them generally holds the other's beak whilst like they go to the toilet and stuff. Then we have Professor Duck. Professor Duck spent ages in college and realized he really enjoyed going fast. We've got a plain duck group. They're like the biker gang of ducks. You don't want to get on the wrong side of the plain ducks. We got the Red Star Duck. Red Star Duck generally does well, but he tends to tire out on the longer races. I think he does stuff at the weekends that, you know, he doesn't get enough sleep. We got the multicolored red, yellow, blue, kind of a like foreign Brazilian duck or whatever. I reckon that's going to be a good duck. He's got the energy for it. We got Robber Duck, and then we got 2 more plain ducks. So without further ado, let's start the race. Oh, Cubsy's your other account. Okay, I did not realise that, Ant Warrior. Awesome. Cubsy. Oh, Cubsy. Is it Cubesy? Cubsy? You know what my reading and everything's like. But to be honest, I'm glad it's you because I might offend someone with my bad reading one day. So we are 30 seconds in, and Professor Duck is holding the lead. I don't know if it's lagging. It probably is because it hates me running two programs at the same time. And that is going to be fixed in Season 3. Season 3, we're getting a computer upgrade, new core, new RAM, stuff like that. And it will get this running so much better. So we have Professor Duck just slipping into third place behind Plain Duck number 8 and Plain Duck number 4. Robert Duck sneaking up there with his sword. You don't want to get in the way of Robert Duck. And Red Star Duck's making a mad break for it, coming up through the middle. He's pushing all the way to the front. Oh no, he got to second place and he's ran out of steam. I told you, he runs out of steam. You got that kind of foreign red, yellow, blue duck holding the middle position, and purple and pink stripy duck coming up together as a team. Everyone seems to be falling back now. It's the last 30 seconds of the race. This is where they hold back their energy, wait for the last 10 seconds, and then you push everything you got. Number 6 is holding out in front at this point in time. Last 10 seconds now. Everyone's making the last break for it. Number 9's pushing up. Number 2's taking it, and number 2 has taken it. Well done, number 2. That was Dave's ants, I believe. Well done, Dave's. That wasn't for a prize. That was just a warm up. We will have the main one not too long. I promise it won't be too long because we don't want it to get too late because some of the other people might sign off. I don't know. We've currently got 12 people in the chat. So hello to everybody who's just signed on. Welcome. Thank you for signing in. I've asked a question. What was your favourite episode of Season 2? What was your least favourite episode of Season 2? Was there anything that you didn't enjoy? I can honestly say I didn't enjoy not having enough guests for you. I really wish I had more guests. I had quite a few cancellations, quite a few last-minute cancellations, and it was just impossible to fill those spaces at the last minute, you know. I probably could have, but I don't know, it would have got a bit repetitive. So yeah, that's what I thought I could have done better. I'd love to know your opinions. Obviously, all your opinions I take into account, and I try and structure the shows around what you want and what you enjoy seeing. I'm literally just crossing things off of my list now because we have gone through a few things that were on my list. Believe it or not, that's the point of a list, isn't it? If you write a list and it never gets shorter, you messed up. Oh, right, so hit. Oh, it is hard to pick one favourite. I will say, even I struggle. I tried to sit there earlier and say, which was my favourite? And I don't think I can pick one favourite. I loved that moment when Arthropod Antics, we said, can we see your atters? And he was just like, oh, yeah, they're right here. And he showed us the whole colony, and it was just massive. That was pretty cool. But I think there's still other bits that I prefer, like rival it. It's so hard to pick just one favorite moment, but there was definitely some good cracking moments. It was just a shame the technology was letting us down the whole time. I think it is a bit better now. It might be lagging slightly, but I don't think it's blurry or whatever, you know. Just as I say that, it gives me a little signal bar. The signal starts fluctuating. But generally speaking, I think it's better now. To the point where you can actually tell I've got no teeth. Like, most people don't realize that. I know that, and watching myself on the screen, I can always kind of see it. Like, I've got no teeth there. Stacey, not been watching very long, but I have enjoyed everything so far. I enjoyed it when you changed from seeing you to seeing the ants and back again. Having that mix is nice. Some of these, yeah, thank you. I think it makes a big difference. Like having that accessibility to the tank, like you say, because it's entertaining. In fact, give me 2 seconds, and hello there, JY Santi on Twitch. I'm just gonna. There's the crab. He's come out all the way onto the wrong side of the tank and realized he's getting surrounded by ants. I just thought I'd quickly show you what's happening. I'll turn that light off a second. Hang on. Hello, Shane. Thank you for signing in, buddy. We're just watching a crab running about like a crazy thing. I hope everyone can see this okay. It wasn't the easiest maneuver to make. 2 seconds, I'm putting the camera back. Hang on. Right. Oh, right. Oh, no. There. Yeah, we are back in business. Oh, no. We do one of them. Right, we're back. So that was interesting, wasn't it? Mr. Krabs, quite often they do come out, not normally when there's this many ants, I will say. If you didn't see the pre-show feeding, I've given them both carbohydrates and protein. Like I've given them the honey that I sell on my website. My ants go absolutely nuts for it, regardless of if they've got sugar towers and stuff. They just go nuts for this honey, as you can see. There's just like big piles of ants going nuts for and there is still a tower in there, but that's completely abandoned at the minute. There's, I don't know how many ants on the honey, God knows how many on the waxworms, smashing it down. But we know that colony's doing amazing. There's thousands in there. I have been told, I think I mentioned it before, that it might be the biggest colony of Polyrhacus dives on the internet regularly. I might be wrong. You're more than welcome to point me out if I am wrong. I'm not claiming it as a title or nothing, but I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, so I've got quite a cool story. Dancing on hot rocks like he's the Flash of Crabs. Yeah. Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob. Yeah, that's exactly where I got the Shane. That is exactly where Mr. Krabs' name came from. It's Mr. Krabs, isn't it? He's got big red claws. What else was I going to call him? We also have Merlin and Tamatoa. Obviously, we all know who Merlin is. I had a vote on the YouTube ages ago on what we should call him, and Merlin was suggested. We all know Merlin from Arthur, Merlin, Round Table, and all of that. And then Tamatoa. Does anyone know what Tamatoa, like where Tamatoa came from, the name Tamatoa? Anyone want to say it? I'll give you about 30 seconds before I spit it out. Not my drink, the answer. Okay, right, so Tamatoa, I think, comes from... There you go. It literally came up at that second. I was just about to spoil it. Moana. Well done, everyone who's just said that. Yeah, it came from Moana. I can't remember who suggested that, but my kids loved that as well. So, like, Moana's a decent film. Even I've sat down and watched it. I'm not so much into the singing and the girly side of it, but yeah, I can dig a film. Whatever. I've got 3 girls. You gotta enjoy it, or it will drive you nuts. But anyways, back to the really cool thing, right? So, how hard I've tried over the many moons to email and leave comments and just try and get in contact with the famous Ants Canada. I finally had some contact. So it was just a couple of Facebook comments, nothing serious. Don't get me wrong. He's not coming on the show or nothing, but it was nice to actually get a bit of front and back from him. So first we talked a little bit about fitness, because obviously he's quite into his fitness at the moment, and you know me. And then on another post, he asked to like post a picture of your pets. So I posted a picture of the Polybacchus dives, and he commented back, "Wow, I love that." It's like, yeah, you do. Come and see more. But like, you know what I mean. So I don't know. It'd be really cool if we could interact a bit more with him. Maybe get a like online interview or something like that. Tips for Tetramorium cristatum. Does anyone else want to put stuff into the chat, basically? I do. I think there was a care guide on the website with her on the shop bit. If not, let me know. But I'll send you some stuff that I've got written down. I've got loads and loads and loads of information that I've put together. You know what I'm like when I get going. In fact, I think I've got a fact sheet. I'll see if I've got a fact sheet done already for them, because if I have, you can have a copy of that as well. Like, that might help you out. But I shouldn't really give them away, but I should. Whatever. Right, so yeah, so it was pretty cool when Mikey, practically best mates now. Not quite, but if I can impress him with my ants and just start to break that ice and get talking to him about ants, then like it would be amazing if we could like get him on the show, or even just get a statement from him saying whatever, you know what I mean? Like saying that he likes the show. I don't know. Whatever. But I just thought it was cool. Because he never normally comments back, you know. I've tried a long time. Tried an awful long time. So who can guess what I did at the weekend? Even though I was really ill and I couldn't even get out of bed. But what did I do at the weekend? I got another massive tank, didn't I? Big. The camera's too. Like a big. The camera's too close. You can't scale it. I got another tank. Like, you're gonna love it. I've got a crazy idea. I think I've talked to you. No, I haven't told you. It's one of the ones I haven't told you, and you won't ever get out of me until it's ready, because it's gonna. Oh, it's good. You're gonna enjoy it. You know, I do my drawings beforehand. Some of the drawings are just. You're gonna enjoy it. But yeah, I couldn't help myself. I saw it like cheap on the Facebook Marketplace, and they deliver it as well. And I was just like, you know what? I'll have that. Stacey, I can't tell you what's going in it. I can't tell you much, to be honest, because I am sworn to secrecy with my moderators and my admins and stuff like that. Because basically, I get in trouble for giving away too many of my plans and secrets and stuff. Like, I get in lots of trouble with my admin team. They're all like, stop telling everyone your plans. Like, it's just the way it's got to be, I'm afraid. If I give everything away, it like be no fun, would it? Can you remember the one from the other week, or week or so ago, 2 weeks ago? The big netted enclosure? Still done nothing with it. It's just sat there exactly as it was. I've been so busy, and then I was really, really unwell. So, yeah. Apparently, someone on the Discord has a colony in his pavement in his garden. Oh, wow, that's quite impressive. That is impressive. So yeah, but so it was really weird how it happened. Like, I got ill on the Saturday, because on the Friday I was absolutely fine. On Friday I was in Bristol, wasn't I? Does anyone know what I was doing in Bristol? Do you want to shout out what I was doing in Bristol? You probably already know. You should already know. I should know. Right, so Dave Ants, the care sheets and fact sheets are different. The fact sheets are like they're not really useful for the keeping of the ants. The fact sheets are more like interesting facts about that species, um, something like that. I don't know how to. Yeah, the interesting facts about the species and like a bit more like yeah, they're not crazy antics. Good evening. They're not they're not the same as a care sheet. The care sheet should go out with the ants, and I should have done that. That's a good point. Thank you for pointing that one out. Right, here's a question for the community. If I sell you an ant colony, would you want me to email you a care sheet or send it as like a printed A4 sheet or whatever it needs to be? What kind of, or do both? What's the preferred method? There, but yeah, the fact sheets are like for the fact files, which are in the subscription box and things like that. Send it, okay, send it. Yeah, I can send it. Right, so what I did on hey Anthony Matters, thank you. Email is cheaper and easier. Yeah, I thought you would have some care guide in the first. Yes. Right. So the best way for me to explain it, Dave Zantz, is when you get the subscription box, the first one you get like um not even the first one, everyone you get the fact sheet, which will go into the fact file. You also get instead of a care guide, because I thought a care guide's not really what it's about. It's about the full learning of everything. So it's more in depth. It's like a full walkthrough. So you get that. They're both laminated as well. So they'll look good in the folder. So you get the walkthrough and the fact file sheet. And then like you can place them however you want. But if you go like the whole year or whatever, you'll have 12 walkthroughs, which will basically tell you everything you've done and learned from that entire year. Is like be a booklet basically of everything you need to know, and then you'll have like the 12 fact file sheets just to flick through and say, oh, that's a cool colony, that's cool, if you know what I mean. So the care sheets I've got are for just they've gone up on the websites and things like that, but I could definitely expand on the care sheets and send them out with the colonies which are bought as well. But I don't think the care sheet is necessary in the subscription boxes because of the depth and detail I go into with the full learning experience. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? If it doesn't make sense, let me know. You know what I mean? If I can't make it make sense, send me a bloody message and I'll show you it on paper or whatever. Like I'll make it make sense because it does make sense. I'm just rubbish at talking. Personally, it would be above and beyond if it was a fact sheet, then a smaller, more important points laminated or something like temperatures and blah, 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 something that has set up and hang by a colony. Yeah. Yeah, it makes it okay. Perfect. It does make sense. Brilliant. Thank you. I wasn't sure if I was confusing things. When I write things down, it just gets so crazy. Like I've got literally notes going sideways at the minute. But so what I was actually doing on Friday, going back to what I was doing on Friday, it wasn't for a convention or anything. It was for the exhibition, my convention. So I went to the venue and just basically checked it out, did all the formalities. Like, although we've already paid, got our receipt, like signed on the dotted lines, like you have to go there and actually meet in person, even though you can't shake hands at the minute. I'm doing that, like that shake. You can't replicate shaking hands on camera, apparently. I did hit the mic, so I don't know if that was like, but so so yeah, I went there, Can't shake the woman's hand. Nice to meet you. Awesome space. See you later. But it was super exciting because one, I got to go to the big city and there's food everywhere. And if you know me, I love food. There was just food everywhere, food stalls and food places. And I had Burger King. There ain't a Burger King where I'm from. I had Burger King. That's awesome. Um, yeah, there was, I got like fudge and all sorts. Durka. Hey, Durka. Thanks for signing in on Twitch, buddy. Excuse my bad cough. Yeah, I absolutely loved going up to the big city. It's just so accessible and everything's so big and there. You know what I mean? I'm pretty much on a desolate island that occasionally gets cut off from the mainland. Like, so going to the big city is pretty cool. And then actually seeing the venue like itself is really good. Like it was, it was good to actually. I've had it in my head what it looks like, but actually being in the room, I was like, oh yeah, I can feel this. The stage is going to be over there, then the creator area over there, and we're going to have stools lining there, and stuff down there, and out through there, there's going to be that, and then the food's out there, and stuff behind me, and we've got just about enough space for everything I want to do. All answer came, no, I don't live on the Isle of Man. I live on the Isle of Portland, which is still connected to the UK by like a 2-mile or 1.5-mile causeway. But when the weather's bad, they shut the causeway. And the other night, they shut it just for fun. Well, not just for fun, actually. Someone died on the causeway, like just dropped dead. So they shut it all night. But the police, they weren't telling anyone why. They just said it was for your own safety. It's like, what do you mean it's for our own safety? You shut us on our island. Like, how long have we got to stay on this island? Yeah. So it's still connected most of the time. It's connected to Weymouth. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Just at the bottom of Dorset, it's a nice place. Does its job, being like farmland or whatever. Dirk asking, is it a good end of season? I think it has been a good season. I mean, this episode's going well so far, so it's a good end of season episode. But I think it's been a good season. It could have been better. I had lots of last minute cancellations, but we've kind of worked our way through it. We've sat here, we've had duck races and carried on. Like the troopers we all are, committed troopers, sitting here through the bad technology and the black and white screens and the cutouts and freezing and all the other technical issues I have had along the way. We've had some absolutely amazing people in the stream as always. Yeah, I think it's been a great season, really. Let's be honest, and that's not just down to me. That's down to the community making it great. Such great involvement from you all, keeping the questions coming, chatting to me. Without you, I definitely couldn't do this. Stacey, I agree. Feeding schedule was what I've been most frustrated trying to find. Sorry, I think. Right, Stacey, if you want me to help you work out a feeding schedule and whatnot, I'll do that for free. Just literally send me a message after. We'll talk a couple of or whenever you finish work. We'll talk details. I'll literally just do it for free. That's not an issue at all. Like, you know me, I'm happy to help. But yeah, when I do my full walkthrough, I'm just thinking, give me 2 seconds. Hang on. Give me 30 seconds. Ta-da! That was good, that wasn't it? Right, then again, what my first do? Yeah, exactly. Right, so yeah, go do your meds round, and then we'll speak in a bit. So I'm just gonna have a little flick through one of the walkthroughs that I sent out last month. Bear in mind, I do tailor make these to pretty much every subscription. Well, not pretty much. I tailor make these for every single subscription box. Because of that, I'm only going to take on a certain amount of people on the subscription boxes because each one takes me a long time to do. But every single one is completely personalized because I keep in contact with the people who are doing the subscription. So I know the state of the colonies, I know what sort of situation they are in. So I can kind of write their guidance from that. So I'm not going to go into detail on it because I'm not. I don't want to give away all what I charge for. But right, so it's like, welcome. This is your first doodad. These are your ants. This is the colony of Lasius niger because you get your Lasius niger on the first month. This is the other stuff in your box. You have loads of stuff in the box. I'm not going into that either. You'll be wondering what to do with them. Keep them in the test tube. This is really important, and the formicarium will be sent later on. This is to ensure the best environment for your founding stage colony, and not to rush them into a formicarium, giving them a much better chance of success. Then it goes a little bit into the Lasius niger themselves, bit like a care guide, very hardy species, blah blah blah. In this stage 1, you will develop these skills, blah blah blah. This then right, so then I go into a bit more depth on the actual colony itself, because pretty much every colony I have, I know where it's come from, I know what it's done, and I've kept a good track of it. So all the ones that went out in the subscription boxes, I can tell you their entire story. So this one in particular, this is a copy, I'm not going to tell you whose, but this is a copy of someone else's that went out. This colony was caught in May of 2001 by myself. It was kept in a dark test tube, and a new test tube was given in late January 2002. First workers arrived in late August. I have fed them twice a week on a schedule, beginning with carbohydrates on a Tuesday and protein on a Saturday. As a small colony, they don't need much food yet. In fact, overfeeding them can actually really hurt them. This is for a Lasius niger colony. And then it goes into how to keep them happy. There it tells you about not really needing to heat them. Then turning over, there's a whole big section there on feeding. So when you're feeding the colony, it's important to do it correctly. It basically tells you how to keep it clean of mites and do this and do that, and just it gives you a full run through of how to feed them, when to feed them, and how often to feed them. And then at the end, it's like, keep your test tubes, clean them, do this, do that. So that's basically what you get in that month 1. Now, month 2 is basically like the next stage on from that. So I know how those colonies have got on through this month because I've been keeping in contact with them. And then I wrote out the next one. So I'm upping their food. So it says something like, going from the 2 feedings a week, we're now going to put in 1 extra feeding, and they'll turn it that on every other week. So you get carbohydrates, protein, carbohydrates, protein, carbohydrates, protein over a 2 weeks period. It's things like that, and it's a full explanation of basically everything, why you're doing it, the effects it's going to have on the colony. Hello, Katrina. Thanks for signing in. Thanks for asking as well. I am feeling much better. I've got a nasty chest infection, and you might hear me cough. You might hear me just drop dead or something. But no, I'm doing much better. Thank you. Dave's at, yeah, well worth it. Yeah, I'm just reading through what you're going through. That heat cable and the thermostat, well worth it. Stretch multiple colonies, yeah. So I'm just trying to. I've been talking and talking and talking, and not reading. It's difficult when I get ranting and going. You know what I'm like? Not ranting, but rambling. Rambling. We all go rambling. Look, I am going proper. I reckon by the time of the exhibition, I'll be wearing my hat a lot more. Yeah, heat mats. I only use heat mats when I have like a big tank that I want to heat or something. Hey, KB, I didn't actually know you had gone, but thanks for coming back. But yeah, so I use heat mats like my big tank where the dives are. There's 3 heat mats there. The one with the diacama, excuse me. The diacama has 2 heat mats. Scorpions have 2 heat mats. The trap jaws have 2 heat mats. And I think that's it for heat mats. But then I've got heat cables as well. Well, I've got like, well, you know how many colonies I've got. I've got quite a few under heat cables as well. But I only use the heat mats if it's like a big glass enclosure. I don't really trust heat mats on acrylic and things like that. I know they can kind of warp quite easily. So I tend to use the heat cables, even though they give off the same amount of heat. I don't know. I must be crazy or something. I'm probably crazy. That's what it is. So, did anyone realise that I've been making all sorts of like advancements? We're now on Twitter as well. How crazy is that? So season 3 is going to be broadcast to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Wow. So if you are on Twitter, drop me a little follow. I've got 0 followers at the minute. Which is fine because I've only just started. I've never used Twitter before, but I've got someone kind of showed me how to do it and kind of keeping me going on it. So, yeah, we've got Twitter now. Get involved on now, I suppose. Follow me. I do put regular updates of what we're actually doing. There's quite a few things on Twitter that you probably won't find anywhere else. So if you're on Twitter, give it a little follow, whatever, reshare, retweet, tweet like a bird, I'm from a farm. You can't start tweeting at me. If you tweet at me, I'm gonna pull a. No, I would. Don't. We won't go there. We won't go there. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So what happened at the Oscars? Will Smith. We won't go there either. But whoa, did not see that one coming. Just crossing more things off my list. Oh, thank you, Ant Warrior. Awesome. Maybe I should. I'll have to follow you. That's a thing on Twitter. Like, obviously, you just followed me, so I'll follow you, and we can tweet at each other if that's a thing. I don't know. Tweet. Yeah, I have. Well, maybe by tonight I might have a couple of followers on Twitter. Right. So let's start talking giveaways, shall we? I'm going to tell you about the giveaway on Discord first. If you're on the Discord, you need to be above a level 5. Like, you earn points for chatting. The more chatting you get, or the more chatting you do. Everyone's tweeting at me. Oh my god. Tweet. Oh, what's it? Oh god. Oh no. You just got me thinking of the waddle. Tweet, waddle. Right, so if you're on Discord, right, you earn points for chatting. The more chatting you get, or the more chatting you do, the more points you get, and the higher your level goes, right? So if you get above level 5, there you go, you're above level 5, All Ants UK. You need to, or no, everyone on Discord needs to invite one person minimum so that you get it will show me that you've invited someone recently, basically. And then as long as you're above level 5, you'll get entered into a prize draw. If they come in and instantly start chatting loads and get up to level 5, then they'll get entered into a prize draw the minute they invite someone. So it will hopefully grow the server a little bit, but it'll also get loads of people chatting and we'll just have a bit of fun. So that is for a £10 gift card on my shop. There's all I forgot to say, there's like a ton more products coming onto the shop in 2 weeks. And I'm saying that because they're basically sat next to me, but I give everything a 2-week quarantine, don't I? So 2 weeks, there's going to be loads more on the shop. How do you invite people? You go onto the little dots, and I think there's like an invite to server or something like that. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, so if I haven't been clear, I will put it all into the Discord as well as an announcement. There you go. Yeah, 5+ annual super chatter. So yeah, if you put out an invite, you'll go be above level 5, you'll instantly get into a prize draw for a £10 voucher on my shop. Then there's a second one. There's a second £10 voucher to be won. The top 15 chatters, top 15, will go into a second prize draw, and they'll win. Like one person will get picked out of that hat too. You know what I mean? And then they'll win another £10 voucher as well. But you can't win both. Is that clear? Have I made that clear? Have I messed it up? Ant Warrior, send me a message on Facebook or something, or Twitter, whatever. Send me a message. I'll sort it out. So yeah, have I made it clear? I'll go through it all again. If you're on Discord, you have to invite one person, and you have to be above level 5. The minute you invite one person and you're above level 5, you will go into like a hat. Your name will go into a hat. At the end of this, and this is going to run until, I've got it written here. 1 second. Until the 6th. This will run until the 6th of April. So you've got about a week. Well, I can't even remember what I was saying. So you need to invite one person, be above level 5, and then on the 6th, we will pull a name out of the hat, and they will win a £10 voucher. At that point, we will look at the top 15 chatters, put all of those names into another hat, pull out one name, and they will win a £10 voucher. You cannot win both £10 vouchers. In that case, we will pull the name again. Does the person have to join the server? Preferably, but no, I suppose. But if I think that you're just inviting like just anybody, if you're not actually trying, I probably just won't count you. I don't know. Maybe we should. Maybe the person does have to join the server. Yeah, actually, give me 1 second, because it all depends on how it's being monitored. Stein will know. Stein will know. Right, 1 second, everyone. Sorry, I got on the phone. There's about, oh God, 1 second. Right, here we go. Right, what was I doing? What was I doing? Oh my God, I've completely forgotten. Right, Stein, save me. Yes, apparently. Yes. The only way we will know if you've sent out those invites is if they actually join, because it will say that you have invited them. if that makes sense. So they need to join the server once you've invited them, and that way it will count. So I hope that's clear for everyone. If it's not clear, let me know. Like I say, I'll put a massive announcement in the Discord tonight when I finish on here. I don't know what time we'll finish on here. We probably won't leave it too much later. Thank you all for joining. You can, invite other ant keepers. That'd be cool. Like, that's the whole point, is just getting lots of ant keepers on there, you know. Ant fans. You can see the concentration in. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. I was trying. Can I put? Yeah, you can participate, buddy. Yeah, of course you can. Of course you can. I wouldn't exclude you from it. I will say we've got some awesome products on the store already. When I say products, we've got some great ants, but we do have some like great foods and stuff. As I said, that honey, they just go nuts for it. You can get a lot for a tenner. Hey, Kevin. Thank you very much for coming on, buddy. We were just saying about the Discord giveaway. Did you catch that or not? Because you're obviously on Discord. If you didn't catch it, I'm more than happy to go over it again. But I will be putting on a big announcement on Discord in a bit. Yeah, KB, the website changes like every couple of days. I'm adding new things, new products, or new pages and things like that. You know me, it's an always evolving project. So I'm just messing with a loose screw. I don't know why. It was just there, so I was turning it. What was I even saying? Completely gone from my brain. Wow, I'm on a roll tonight, aren't I? On an absolute roll tonight. The Discord giveaway. Done the Discord giveaway. Done all of that. Yeah, cool. Well, oh yeah, I remember what I was saying on the website. Yeah, it's constantly changing. At the minute, we've got 3 different types of formicarium going on. There might be some outworlds as well. But these are all, they're not my products, bear in mind. I sell other people's products. So they're like companies which have been happy to work with me for me to sell their products for them. Remember that. If it's branded as Ants on the Rock, it's mine. But most of my things like formicarium and things like that, you know what I mean, will be from these other providers. Like Pour and More. It's kind of hard to get Pour and More stuff in the UK. I think there's one other provider, maybe one other provider in the UK selling their stuff. So I'm quite happy to have their products. They're absolutely amazing products, to be honest. I'm really happy with the stuff we've got from them. So yeah, there's loads of different ant colonies on there. We've got some Formica. I can't remember, but we've got quite a few Formica species at the minute. We've got quite a few Campanota species. Obviously, we've got Lasius niger, Flavus, Mesobarbarus, Solenopsis fugae. I never know if I'm saying that like fugae, fugex. I don't know. The one starts with F, the thief ant. I've got them. We've got quite a few things on the website, and there's foods. I haven't put the seed mix on there yet, but that will be on there soon. The live foods will be on there soon. Yeah, I have got Formica. I don't know if I've got Formica fusca. I think that's one of the ones I haven't got, to be honest. Formica. I can't. Hang on. No, I haven't got Formica fusca. I have. Long list here, though. Ants UK, there you go. That's the other one selling. But I think we've got different products to them. So if you want theirs, go to them. If you want mine, come to mine. The formicarium that I'm getting from Pour and More, the really nice, decent one, actually goes out in the subscription boxes, in the beginner subscription box. So that's a easy way of getting one of them. We got Roofer, Formica Roofer, Formica, I can't pronounce it, Sinucularia, something like that. But yeah, we've got loads of stuff on the store, and like you say, it changes pretty much on a daily basis. There's even some, like, if you want to do some colouring, why not? There's a free download for you. Go on the education and kids section, and then go on to free downloads, and there's a count with ants, and there's a couple of colouring in things, and there's a make your own ants on the rock thing. So you can, like, I think you download the ant, and then you download the thing, and you can make your own logo and just fill them with ants or whatever, bit of fun. My kids enjoyed it, so I thought, well, why not? I'll put it on there if someone else's kids can get joy from it. It's completely free, of course. It's just a free download if you want to colour in some ant stuff. I don't know. You know me, it's crazy. And then I have actually got, I need to start scanning them on. I've actually got quite a few ant pictures from people who send me ant pictures. Some of my daughter's friends and stuff do little ant drawings, and their mums will send it to me and be like, oh, there you go. Which is really nice, but I've got a pile of ant pictures, so I'm going to put them on the website as well. Of course, with their permission. I have already got their permission. So I'm going to put some of them on the website. I thought that'd be a really nice thing to do, Why not? It's my website, and I can do what I want with it. And if I want to use it to showcase all the amazing things that everyone else does, then I can do that too. You have to left click on them. I will send you a link in a bit, Ant Warrior, if you like. But I'm just thinking I might put the camera back over to the tank in a minute, just because the sheer amount of ants out and about is craziness. And you're hearing me cough a bit. I should have muted that. I apologise. Oh, thank you, Laserboy TS, for still lurking there on Twitch. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. You've pretty much been here from the start as well. I do really enjoy the Twitch community. They're a great bunch of people, especially the ones that I hang out with in the Goat Gang. I think a lot of you have heard me mention Goat Gang before. It's a group of Twitch streamers that all support each other massively, and they're all really into what I do. They all really support it. We've got Laserboy TS and possibly one other here on Twitch at the minute watching, so they're absolutely awesome for supporting us over there. They're not even ant keepers, most of these people. They're gamers and stuff. So the fact that we're interested in someone else, I think that's super cool. And I appreciate the views, and I appreciate them taking the time to see what we're about. But I do also like some of that, it's not normally my cup of tea to sit and watch some people game, but I can actually quite get into that, especially when I'm like, kill them, run. You know what I'm like when I get involved. Oh, yeah. There we go. We got JY Santi here in Twitch as well. Thank you. So we do have quite a few Twitch followers watching. That's really super cool. You guys are awesome. My YouTube following is absolutely awesome. And I think we've got one person watching on Facebook at the moment as well. So hello, whoever that is. Thank you so much. Don't forget, season 3 is starting literally on Sunday. We're not going to stop. This is every Wednesday, every Sunday, until the day I drop down dead. That's just the way it's going to be. But you don't have to join me. I appreciate it when you do. But don't feel like you have to stick around for the next 20 years. But yeah, so every Wednesday, every Sunday, season 3 is going to kick ass. There's so many cool things going to happen in season 3, like little games I've got planned, and just, you know what it's like. It's going to get better. We might even get a background instead of the sheet. How about that? We could, like, nobody puts Tom in the corner. Yeah, I like that. I've heard that before, but we're not going to go into that because I've never heard that before. But yeah, I might get like an actual background. I could get a big flag made of myself, just stood there like. No, I won't do that. I could get some of the sponsors up there. I don't know. We could change the color of the sheet. How about we could get the I don't know. We could do all sorts. But season 3 is going to be full of changes. I think you're going to really enjoy them. Of course, if there's ever a thing that I do that you don't enjoy, just tell me, because I'm more than happy to change the sorts of things that I put out and cater for a wider audience. Whatever. I don't mind, as long as we're all having fun. Disco ball. Yeah, in fact, I can put music on. Hang on. There's one of the new things on this. Should we go dance pop? I think that starts it lagging. But if we bear with it a minute. And disco. Yeah, alright, that might have to come into it. There is some things like that have been planned. Not with actual ants though, but like, yeah. I can't go into it. I don't want to ruin the surprise. But there is like little segments and things like that which are going to be more regular. Yeah, you're going to enjoy it. Just it's like turning the light bulb. You can tell I'm from the 90s, can't you? God. But that's enough of that. We're not having a rave right now. If it was, I'd probably be on my way to bed. I'm way too old for a rave these days. The problem with me is, if I wasn't streaming, I'd probably be like working. No, I don't know. Problem with me is when I go out, I'm so bored. Like, I've done it all before. I just want to go home and get back to what I'm meant to be doing. You know what it's like. Should we have another little look at the tank then, my lovelies? Let's do a little timer, because you don't really want to see me fumbling about and dropping the camera and all of that, which I tend to do in the 30 seconds that I do it. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, 30-second countdown. There we go. There we go. Now, believe it or not, right, at the very, very start of me doing the picnic show, the picnic table ant show, I made an introduction for it. I've never used it. Should we have a watch? Look at that. It moves. And that still says every Sunday. That's how old that is. I've never used it, not once. I'm surprised it hasn't got your logo on it. What hasn't got my logo on it? The camera? Everything should have a logo on it. Like, I know, that's my thing now. If I see something, I put a logo on it. No, I don't know. But you're right, like, everything should have a logo on it. I don't know. But what hasn't got my logo on it? Dave's Ants. Sorry, buddy, if I'm missing something. Just been checking the prices. Nice. Just been checking out the website. Nice range of queens. Thank you for saying that, Crazy Antics. I've tried to do my best. Like, I'm not in this for the money. This is not my job. Like, I'm in this to provide a good service, basically. I don't want people getting ripped off. I want to give the best. The timer. If I could change the timer, I would, but that's a standard thing. I tried to get my own one, but like I literally spent like 3 days trying to sort a timer out, and it drove me crazy almost. Whoever someone is, I have no idea what that is, but I'm blocking you. Bye bye. Um, I have no time to deal with crazy things like that. But yeah, as I said, I've tried to keep it reasonable, well priced and whatnot. And obviously, if you're in the UK, shipping is already included in that. If you're anywhere else in the world, shipping will be added, but it's like taken that much. It's taken a bit of money off it into account for the price you've already paid for the shipping and what you know what I mean. So it's all at a good price, in my opinion. So I just want to be a good part of the community, do my best for the community. I mean, one of the worst things ever, right, was I remember when I was like just starting, not just starting, but just starting to buy more colonies. It was one of my first colonies, and it died. I made a big mistake. I think I've told you all in the past. I made a big mistake, and it died. The whole colony died. They drowned, and it was my fault. And I honestly, I was so skint at the time. I couldn't even afford a new queen. I had to wait till I got paid to go and buy a new one. Which sucks. So I just, I want to make it as cheap as I possibly can. So like, even if you've just got a few quid in your pocket, you could potentially go and get an ant queen. I don't know. It just I want to make it accessible. That's the whole thing. Make it accessible. Random pics of the ants on the sheet behind me. Now that's a good idea. We did have the suggestion of having up the artwork each week, but I wasn't sure because the camera will be focused on me. It might be out of focus behind like pictures and stuff. So I don't know if pictures will work unless they're blown up quite large. But it's something to look into, isn't it? Um, Ant Warrior, your queen got here perfectly. Uh, so you're doing the packaging bit good, and you have good. Brilliant. I like to hear that. Thank you for putting that on there for me, Ant Warrior. Just saying that your package arrived perfectly and well packaged. That like we do try and wrap the ants really, really well, kind of excessively well, but you know what I mean. I want them to have a nice transition if I can. Transition, transport, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so we wrap them in like loads of bubble wrap, and then the envelopes we use at the moment are bubble wrapped as well. We do have boxes coming. I should have some boxes coming very, very soon, but they've taken a long time to get to me. So I'm still using these postal bags for now, but I am upgrading the packaging literally as we speak. Like I said, I just want to make it really cool, make it a decent product, decent service, something that you would, proudly use, happily use, something I'm proud to present, but it's really good to know that you're happy with your product. I don't think I've had a single like complaint like I've not had anyone unhappy in any way yet, which is really positive for me. Like I'm quite happy about that. I wasn't sure how well I do. In fact, in the past, I've always said I would be a rubbish seller because I just am. But I suppose I just needed to switch my work brain on a bit more. The minute my work brain switched back on like office mode, then nothing is unachievable. You should use the sheet as a top subscriber wall with people's names or a profile picture. Now, that's a good idea, but how do you determine a top subscriber? Now, we've already got Patreon supporters. Now, they technically could be top subscribers because they pay me. Like, they support the channel so much that they've decided to give me money to support it. So that could be a conflict of someone who doesn't support through Patreon, but says turns up and chats constantly. I mean, every single person here. I won't be able to pick a top subscriber for a start. And to be, I don't think I'd want to try. And then we've got our super chatters as well, and everyone in the community is amazing. If I had a role for everybody, I'd give you all a job. Envelopes are better because they get posted through the door instead of sent back to the post office. Right? Yes. All Ants UK. I got 2 different types of boxes coming. I've got larger boxes for the formicariums and stuff, which yes, they will send it back to the post office. But top Discord, people who always talk. Yeah, right. And then the smaller boxes that we've got coming actually fit through letterboxes. They are classed as a large letter size, which is the same as the envelope. So they'll go straight through your letterbox, which is annoying. But to be honest, that's what my postie does, regardless of if you've got signed for or whatever. He'll just chuck it straight through your post boxes. Whatever. And then Ant Warrior, top Discord. The people who always talk lots in Discord get to become super chatters. Super chatters basically get a few extra perks in the community, things like that. And it is like, if you are really, really active in Discord, then you can become a super chatter just as easy as that. Basically, I will send you a message saying, I appreciate how awesome you've been, how much you've been chatting. Do you want to be a super chatter? And you don't really have to like take on any responsibility. It's just you get like a blue badge or whatnot by your name, and it says that you're really awesome. You get a few extra perks, and yeah. But yeah, so there's things like that all over the place. But you are right. I could probably do something like that. So what I really want to do is get a green screen behind me, and then I can just do like I could do weather reports. I've never done an ant weather report. The ants are coming in this way and they're getting really wet. So what was it when me and my missus were like years and years back? We were watching the weather one day, and one of us just said the rain could be aliens. And it's like, oh my god, that's a lot of aliens coming. And ever since then, it's like when you see a big band of rain covering the whole of England, we are screwed. There's aliens everywhere. So it could be ants, ant weather. I did have a suggestion of doing a animated version of an ant war and having half of them as Ukraine and half Russia. And I thought that was a little bit of a touchy subject and not really one to be animated. Excuse me. Oh dear, oh dear. I do make myself laugh sometimes. Only certain things should be animated. Nuptial flight calendar report in the style of a weather report. Now that's a really good idea. See, I already do research into nuptial flights, and I get sent regular updates from people around the world. So that, like, basically every month I send out a newsletter and I put up updates and stuff onto the website where we track nuptial flights. We don't really track them, but we just write down what nuptial flights have been recorded so that you know what kind of lives in your area and whatever. And if you're looking into the future, then hopefully we'll have a good record of where you can find things in the future. But at this point, obviously, we've only got a couple of past months of it. But yeah, nuptial flight calendar, that would be a really good idea. You could kind of watch it move across the earth. Something like that happened to the weather. The satellites picked up on a huge ant swarm. Yeah, I remember that. It was like a couple of years back, Ant Warrior. There was just ant queens everywhere. And All Ants UK, thank you. If anyone wants to steal that animation idea, you're more than welcome to have it. I won't like follow you for copywriting or nothing like that. You can have that one. I'm not going to make an animation about the war in Ukraine. You're decent at animation. I'm good at flip books. Yeah, I'm rubbish at drawing. Like actually, some of my drawings are really good, but most of them in general are rubbish. So I'm not good at flip books. To be honest, if I tried to do a flip book, they'd probably all be like an inch higher than each other and stuff. Let's say though, we've got quite a few different like segments. Like you'll get in that idea, you know, there's going to be different kind of segments in it, and a lot more guests, possibly multiple guests within an episode, and you know, it's going to be, I think, a much fuller show. Um, yeah, it's going to be good fun. There's going to be a lot more giveaways and things like that. You're bad at art, but good at flip books. Okay, well, I don't know. So you like, how do you do them if you bad at art? Do you? I suppose you're just good at being bad, and you do the same bad drawing every time. I don't know. I could probably not even do a train falling off a or going in a tunnel. I was going to say falling off a cliff. Why would I go that dark instantly? That's spending too much time with my oldest daughter. You know what I mean? She's got pretty dark sense of humor. Actually, it's just like my mum. My mum and my oldest daughter have the darkest sense of humor ever. It's like living with the Joker. And my eldest daughter is actually absolutely obsessed with Japanese stuff. So I'm trying to find like a nice Japanese restaurant or something to take her to later in the year when it's her birthday. I think it will blow her mind. Yeah, that would be cool. Got both my other daughter's birthdays before that, but start researching early. Um, I mainly just do worms and fireworks and bouncy. Yeah, fair enough. I can understand that. Uh, Kevin, you're crap at art. Stacey, you're back. We're just talking about how crap we all are at art and drawing, basically. All Ants UK seems to have a talent for doing flip books, but apparently is rubbish at art. I am rubbish at art, but sometimes I like if my girls ask me to draw a princess or something like that, they can show me the picture of the princess, and I'm really, really good at copying it. If I got to do it freehand, I'm all right. But and horses, I don't know. Sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm bad. So yeah, All Lads UK, you beat me to the punch. Stacey, are you done or are you still at work? Are you working all night? I think you said earlier you were working a late shift or something. I'm sorry, I'm forgetful. I yeah, you're crap at drawing, but crochet. What's crochet? Is that like the stitching? Like it's not weaving. It's not stuff like it's different, isn't it? But what is it exactly? What what defines a good crochet person? Crocheter, crochetee, crochet person. I mean, could I? Is it something that I could pick up and start to learn? Or is it something that I could pick up and do? I probably couldn't do it. Have you ever tried knitting? Knitting's really hard, and knitting's dangerous. You've got big old like stabby needles. Like crochet is similar to knitting. Okay. Um, I wouldn't have a clue. You, I wouldn't have a clue. Clip art is probably all I can do as an overlay. See, Kevin, you're more technical than I am. We've always said this, and I don't know. I struggle with it all at a minute. We were saying about backgrounds. I should definitely get a green screen then and see what we can do with adding some cool backgrounds. Stacey, you should do some crochet. You should do some crochet and like send it as a prize and I'll pay you for it or something. I don't know. If you want to do something like that, that'd be cool. Anyone can learn. Loom knitting is what is loom knitting? Is that where you've got a loom? I assume so, but that's not knitting then, is it? That's standing there looming, isn't it? Or is that something else completely? I know about sheep and stuff. I grew up around farms. I've been to a wool like museum sort of thing where they showed you how it was done and like they twist it all up and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, I don't think I've no loom knitting is okay. Loom band, yeah, loom band knitting. Yeah, that's about. I don't think I could even do the loom bands to be honest. Like, they're too fiddly for me and my big fingers. You give me a weight to pick up, I can do that. You give me tiny little things to start tying in knots and whatnot. I don't know. Although I used to be really good at fishing. I haven't been fishing for a while, so I use the term used to. I expect I could still do most of it, if not all of it right now. But yeah, I used to do a lot of fishing actually. Before I got so into before I became a professional athlete, when I was just doing a bit of training, I was like fishing almost every other day, if not every day. At the time, actually, because I wasn't working, I left one of my jobs. I had some time in between work, as you do. I used to drop my daughters at nursery, like in Weymouth. So when we catch the bus from Portland to Weymouth, I would drop them at nursery, and then I would run across town and sit on the pier all day and fish. Then I would go and pick them up in the afternoon with the fish and my fishing rods and everything. Go home, do the dinner, get them to bed, and then I'd walk down to the local beach here and go fishing there for a few hours. And it was like almost every day, if not every day, if the weather was permitted. I even fished in the like worst storms going, just craziness. I really enjoyed fishing, and I very rarely caught anything apart from the 26th of March. If you're ever in the Dorset area on the 26th of March and you're up for an awesome, exciting night, that's what I call Shark Night. Every year around that time, all the sharks start to move closer on the Chesil Bank, and you can literally you throw a bait in the water. By the time you've got a second line out in the water, your first one's twitching. And it's not just a twitch; it's almost getting pulled out of its stand. And at that point, there's loads of mackerel, there's bream, um, bass. There's quite a few like decent species. You'll get a few eels, which are irritating, small strap eels, and you'll get loads of sharks and loads of dogfish, and it's so cool. Like yeah, one of the nights I remember it was my first year out there on my own, like doing it on Shark Night, and I caught one, and then I was like catching two or three in a row, and I went to ring the wife and say, it's such a good night, I'm actually catching stuff. Because normally I would go down, sit for hours and just nothing, but I enjoyed being out because it was nice to just be out in fresh air and stuff. And I like was trying to ring her, and by the time I had it to my ear, my other rod was going. I was like, "Oh, hold on," and I just like put the phone straight down, dealt with that, got that. Like I would normally fish with like two or three rods as well, two rods in a stand and one on a fly, for spooning and things like that. So it was just hectic that night, absolutely hectic. I just had the two rods going all night long, and it was like one shark after another. And by the time you're dealing with getting the hook and that lot, like from the shark, oh, what a nightmare. They're not big ones which come into shore. Don't get me wrong. These aren't massive sharks. These are probably about the length of my arm. So you hold them tight and you take that hook out. And if it's a bigger one or whatever, you just cut the line. But yeah, me and my Shrek fingers, I do. Like, believe it or not, I have never met anyone with bigger hands than me. And I don't mean that big headedly. Like, I am a small guy, especially in the world of strongmen. But I have never even met a strongman with bigger hands than me. Hello, Ants UK. Thanks for signing in. Which, like I said, I don't want to blow my own horn here. If you want to challenge me to a big hand competition, come and see me at the Great Ant Exhibition, and we will see if we got bigger hands. But I don't think anyone's going to beat the size of my hands. I do have massive hands. Don't know why. Massive feet as well. Size 16 feet. Did you know that? That's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? When I was 16 years old, yeah, that's it. It was my birthday on the 16th. I was going to be 16 and I had size 16 feet. And it really annoyed me. Oh, Kevin used to work on a trawler. See, I wouldn't be able to work on a trawler. I've been out on the fishing boats. I really love the fishing boats and stuff. But I had a really close mate of mine who's not with us anymore, I'm afraid, because he had an accident at sea and the boat went down so fast that all hands were lost. And I don't know, I wouldn't be able to spend a vast majority of time at sea anymore, even though I can swim really well. But, round here, it's dangerous. And I don't know, I've just been traumatized, I suppose, scared out of it. It's one thing I won't do. Although, like I said, I will get on a fishing boat and stuff. I wouldn't want to be on a trawler actually working, throwing big pots over the side and things like that. It's scary. Hats off to the guys which do it. Absolutely. Did you ever get bit by? I've never been bit by one of the sharks. I don't think I've ever been bitten by any of the fish or anything that I've caught. Not the eels or anything. In fact, I got bit by one of the worms. What type of worm was it? A ragworm. I got bit by a ragworm. That bloody hurts, doesn't it? God, I didn't know they had pincers and stuff until they got me. What is that? What kind of devilly god invented these things? I don't know. Yeah, Kevin, they get hard work and deadly. You know the score. You worked on it. And yeah, I completely hats off to those guys. I just couldn't do it. I'm scared out of it. Complete respect for them. Yeah, and a hard job as well because early mornings. I mean, our mate used to wake up at I don't know 2, 3 in the morning, go out on the boat. He would have finished his day's work by lunchtime, and he'd be oh yeah, he'd be coming in on us and having sitting down for his cup of tea and his lunch, whatever, on his way home. He was a really good family friend, bless him. But yeah, so the boat went down, lost all hands. They shouldn't have been out. It was rough weather and the boat wasn't properly prepped, but they decided to go out anyways, basically, and that was that. Yeah. Talking about sharks, I got bit by a worm. You know what they? Yeah. Yeah, I've never been bit by a shark, but I've been bit by worms. I've been bit by ants and stuff. Perch have very sharp spines. Yes, they do. Quite a lot of fish actually have sharp spines you have to watch out for. I can't remember most of the species now, to be honest. I want to say bream, but it's not bream, is it? It's the other one that we get around here. But there's quite a few species around here which do have spines and things. The worst one is what do they call them? Weevil fish. They're really bad. I once stood on one of them when I was at Newquay Beach. I was carrying my little brother, and he was only, I don't know, 2 or 3 years old at the time. I don't know. But I was carrying him through this pool of water, and I stood on a weevil fish, and it was so painful. I couldn't drop him, obviously. And I had to walk back out. And by the time I got to the first aid office, they're like, "Yeah, it's too late. We can't help you with that. You just gotta have to put up with it." That sucked. How many people got tickets to that exhibition? I want to buy one, but I'm worried not many people would go in, and it's a long way to travel. To be honest, Ant UK, it's still around the 20 mark that have actually gone out of my hands. Which it's not overly surprising because there's still the ant con and it's still pretty far away, if you know what I mean. But to be honest, if you were the only person to turn up, that would be awesome because you just you'd win everything and you you know what I mean. But yeah, I fully understand your what's the word deliberation, but I will say if you buy your ticket and tell your mates to buy theirs, then it encourages other people to come. If that makes, it's like you, like there's quite possibly a lot of people just waiting for others to get tickets and things like that, like waiting to see what happens. I am putting a massive update on the website after AntCon is over. I don't want to obviously like step on their toes or anything or discourage people from going to theirs. So I'm waiting on releasing a lot more of the details um until after AntCon. You know what I mean? Ants UK, what can you win? There's going to be raffles from Best Ants UK. There's like 3 different prizes up to a value of like 150 quid, 200 quid or something like that. There's going to be other giveaways from other ant vendors, which I'm not at liberty to say yet because of privacy things. But there is like 2 or 3 big giveaways from big recognized ant vendors that you'll be like, oh, cool. Basically, loads of people want to be there, but because like previous commitments or they're on holiday and stuff, they're not going to be able to attend. So they're going to send us free stuff to like give away. Every ticket gets a free gift, basically a T-shirt and an ant colony. I think is what has been agreed on, but that might well change. We're hoping to just pump more into it. Basically, it will be a minimum of an ant colony and a T-shirt by the looks of it, and then like the more tickets we sell, we're gonna like basically buy or we'll put more money in on top of it and buy like discount cards and stuff so you can get like 20% off in whatever vendors or all of this, and basically there's gonna be loads of free stuff. What else is there? I'm just trying to think and make sure that I am saying everything. um But yeah, there's gonna be lots of prizes and giveaways and stuff running. So basically, if you were the only person to turn up, there's quite a few things you can win, loads of things you could get involved with, um, and some really cool guest speakers. Actually, one of the guest speakers, again, I'm not at liberty to say too much yet, and I'm not going to say too much because it's super exciting. But one of the guest speakers is like really blew my mind when they agreed to doing it, and they're really interesting. It's the sort of thing you're going to sit down and want to listen to rather than just stand there for like 5-10 minutes and then wander off. You'll probably want to sit down and listen to the whole thing. Um, you're worried as nothing is confirmed. What do you mean nothing's confirmed? Because pretty much everything is confirmed on my end. Like the venues confirmed, the insurance is done, staff is done, advertising's done. Most of the vendors are confirmed, sponsors confirmed. It's basically just start selling the tickets more, really. But like I said, I'm just not releasing too many details until after AntCon. You keep saying this might come free. Which bit do I say? Hang on, Kevin. It was a big thing. Hang on, I'm confused. Ants UK, which bit is that? Or what am I saying that to? So I can confirm with details and stuff. I don't think I have got a list of what's definitely included on the ticket yet. So that's what might change. It's what might change is more might be added to it. Basically, you're guaranteed to get the free stuff that I've already said, but more stuff might be added to it depending on if I can. The more I can add to it, the more I will. Basically. Oh, it's not a last year's Niger colony. Don't worry about that. No, all colonies are basically interesting colonies. Um, I think there will be basically the choice. To be honest, I think it's not gonna be like they're already in a bag. I think they're gonna be laid out on the table, and you can basically pick a colony. There's going to be several different species because obviously people are going to be looking for different species. Some people are going to be wanting like some people might want Lasius niger, and in that case they can probably take two. I don't know, but you know what I mean. We're going to make it worth it. We're definitely not going to put a Lasius niger in and say be happy with that. Um, are tickets refundable? Yes, they are. Up until a certain point. At this point, they're refundable, yes. But after a certain date, I can't remember the date. I need to find that out. Good point for pointing that out for me. After a certain date, they become unrefundable because all the money, because it's a non-profit event, all the money gets reinvested back into the event, basically. So, like I said, we're going to spend all the money on discounts and giving you more free stuff. So after a certain date, it will be unrefundable. But until that, I'm more than happy to refund people their tickets if they feel they're not going to be able to make it or then don't want to come or whatever. I'm not the sort of person that hold on to, you know what I mean. I'm not trying to rip anyone off. I'm just trying to put together a cool event. Um, that should be fun. KB's gonna be there. That's gonna be cool. Actually meeting KB. I don't know why I said that. It's KB's in the chat. I wasn't sure if he was still here. Actually, I'm guessing he's not. But KB's gonna be there doing a meet and greet. I think we've got possibly Ants Hood coming as well, and there is a few other names obviously that I can't say. Luke, hello Luke. Thanks for coming on, buddy. Excuse my cough. But yeah, we've got quite a few names, like definitely confirmed. Quite a few names which haven't completely confirmed, need to like check their diaries closer to the time, um, so on and so forth. But we're well over where I thought I would be at this point, if you know what I mean. But we just need to sell some tickets, I suppose. That's the that is the issue. Ants UK, honestly, I fully understand that because I think everyone is in the same position. Um, Pretty much the whole country is skint at the minute. I know I am always skint, so I completely understand. Like I say, it is completely refundable up until a certain point. You don't have to buy your ticket until closer to the date, but obviously, if they sell out, they do sell out. I won't be able to release more tickets because of um, the capacity of the venue. If I release more info, yes, I might sell more tickets, but I don't want to release more info yet. There is actually laws about releasing information about privacy and disclosure and things like that, so I have to be quite strict about that. I can't say who's coming unless they've given me permission to say that they're coming. Which actually some people have said that they um, don't want me putting it on the posters, don't want their name on it yet, sort of thing. Whatever. Just because they're just a vendor, if you know what I mean. They just want to come along, sell their stuff and whatever. So that's fair enough. So yeah, I can't tell you all of that, but there will be a big update, like I say, after AntCon. I'm not going to do it until after AntCon because I feel it would. It's not unfair, but it's like it's what's the word? Um, it's not the right way to do business, is it? It's just not the right way to do business. Will there be a ticket giveaway? Now, I have had someone donate me some money towards a ticket giveaway. So there will be a ticket giveaway because the tickets have been paid for by someone else who's basically paid for them and said, um, like give them away. You know what I mean? Is it an invert show or just ants? I will completely admit it will have other inverts at it. It is heavily ant themed, so all the speakers and all the YouTubers and stuff like that are ant YouTubers and speakers, um, and bioscientists, stuff like that. But we will have other vendors there, like mantises and a few other inverts, mainly because I wanted to try and bring people from a wider community. Like, I want to try and bring the ant keeping hobby up to the same level as the other invert keepers, if you know what I mean. So, like, I thought bringing a couple of these other decent vendors in might bring a couple of like the mantis people and like scorpion keep, I don't know, other invert keepers might see the ants and be like, actually, that's super cool. And one of the vendors that I've spoken to recently, actually, he agreed to do it because he's so interested in ants. Like, he was really excited to come and get involved. The date of this event is the 27th of August. It's in Bristol, Luke. I'm just trying to go back up through the doodads. All Ants UK, Tom. I'm under 13, so I can get. Yeah, if you're under 13, you get in for free. Obviously, I do prefer if you bring a parent with you. I think you said that further up. You just got to get your dad to get a ticket. Yeah, completely. That's one of the things I wanted to like make it accessible as possible. So, like for me, I've got 3 kids, so if I was to turn up as my family, it would cost me and my wife 40 quid rather than 100 quid. You know what I mean? It makes a big difference at the end of the day. So, which YouTubers are going? Again, I can't disclose certain things, but I can say KB's going to be there. And Ants Hood has said several times publicly now that he should be there. Like, it's about 99% or something like that. I don't know, probably about 80%, 60%. But he's said several times that he will be there. Yeah. But I can't say any more than those. And also myself, I'm a YouTuber. I count. Can't say any more than those at this exact point in time. EA is not going. I think it's a bit far for him to come. I think he's going to the AntCon one. It's a bit of a shame because I would have loved him to be like a guest speaker or something like that. All Ants UK, 7 days after your birthday. So your birthday's on the 20th. It's like 7, 8, 9. It's like 11 days after my birthday. My birthday's on the 16th. How cool is that? And I'm on holiday as well, like a couple of weeks before it, which is going to be my first like adult holiday. It's my first time I've ever booked a holiday. My kids have never been on holiday, and it's going to be cool. It's going to be insane. We're only going to Butlins, but like, you know, that's big stuff. That's adult stuff. I'm 31 nearly, and we're having our first holiday. Yeah, he's going to AntCon, but I'm on my holiday then. Yeah, I mean, yeah, AntCon is obviously happening, and they have got a lot of people like the YouTubers and whatnot going to AntCon. But yeah, it is what it is. What we've got is going to be a different event to AntCon, basically. There's, I don't, I'm not going to say much on theirs. Obviously, you know what they're doing, and they can say about theirs. But our events are very different styles, very different plans, basically. Which Butlins am I going to? The one near Minehead. I've seen it, and like my mates have been there, and it looks cool. And I kind of know the area, so it should be a good holiday, you know. Like the fact that we're going on holiday, it's going to blow the kids' minds. Our youngest, obviously being disabled, makes things slightly difficult for us, so we've had to go like all inclusive. We have to alert the park for extra security and things like that. But it's going to be really fun, and like we deserve it. We could do with it, although it won't be a break as such. because it will still be on full on. It'll probably be more stressful and hectic, but it'll be nice to get away. All Ants UK, I might come as a YouTuber and post some of the event. All Ants UK, how many subscribers have you got, buddy? Because if you have got enough, then you get a free ticket anyways. But you have to do certain things like the meet and greet and things like that if you want to like actually be involved as a creator. If you want, like, how many subscribers have you got? If you've got over 500, give me a message and we can chat about it, because there's always room for more creators. That's not an issue. And if you basically do like half an hour or an hour doing a meet and greet or whatever, and then the rest of the day's pretty much yours, as long as you're happy to like say hello to people or whatever. Oh, only 19. Yeah, I'm afraid you need 500 to get the free ticket. Strictly because it's like I can't. Yeah, you know how it is. Me and my. Well, thank you, Luke. That really means a lot to me. That's really cool of you. Can I reply to Stein ASAP? Hang on. Right, hang on. I'm answering Stein. Right, hang on. Yeah, I should have done the announcement already. That's my fault. Right, everyone, hang 5. Let's put on some waiting music. Should I put on some waiting music for you whilst you? Sorry. This is called Feeding the Ducks. Okay, right, I'm back. I'm back. Right, so I've just been made aware that um basically this what getting my ass whipped. Yeah, pretty much. Um so yeah, basically I've just been made aware that some of the Discord invites have just been sent out randomly. That's pretty like I don't know, it's just not a great way of inviting people to the Discord server. Only really invite people that you know and you know are going to want to join the server and be involved. Otherwise, like I say, there's no point in them joining, and it's kind of an um, invalid whatever. I'm not really going to count it if I'm getting reports that you're just randomly messaging people. So if you have been doing that, stop now. Um, Otherwise, I'm going to have to outright stop the giveaway because it will cause issues. Basically, we've already had one complaint from someone who didn't know the person they were getting a message from, and it was just an invite to my server. So that's kind of not cool. Let's try and not do that, please, without having a go at anyone. Like I say, if I get any issues from that, I'm going to have to just shut the giveaway. I'm afraid. So I'm just going to catch up on chat. Which buttons are you going to push someone to the event? Oh, Katrina, you work there. That's pretty insane. Um, that's that's going to be really cool. Maybe you'll see me. I expect you'll see me. You'll probably hear my daughters. Right, we're quite loud. Um, I don't know how I missed that. That was all the way back there. Is it possible that I could still video some of the event? Yeah, I mean, if you're there, like you're more than welcome. Everybody that's come is more than welcome to bring a camera, bring whatever you want. Like I don't mind. Um, it's a public event. You know, like there's no real laws against filming. You're welcome to film what you want. I'll be streaming the whole event live on Twitch, but it'll probably be like an overview of the entire room sort of thing. And there will be a chat show episode live there, which people can jump on as well. So that'll be great fun. Ant Warrior has probably already gone, but he's an absolute legend for staying on as late as he did. Dave's, I sorted that, I think. All Ants, yes, he's always angry with me. I have that effect on people. Stacy, oh, it's in Bristol. Just looking, that's only 45 minutes to train. I might be buying a ticket next payday, even if husband doesn't want to go. Yeah, Stacy, that's super cool. If your husband doesn't want to go, we will find you Anne. Yeah, if your husband doesn't come, he can't stop you from buying more ants. That's it. So he's got to like come along. Katrina PM me on message where your AntCon is. If you mean the AntCon, where the AntCon is, it's in Bristol Fairfield School, in the sports hall. Ant Warrior is still here. Thank you for staying up so late, buddy. But I will, don't get yourself in trouble. Your parents have been amazing letting you stay up this late. You know, you can tell I'm a parent, can't you? I don't take the piss, sunshine. Big cough there. Big cough. Yeah, don't worry about wheelchair access. It's all like first floor sort of thing. Ramps up to the toilets. Um, the doors open straight to the outside. Things like that. Your accommodation, Butlins, yeah. Oh yeah. We'll see. I think so. My wife literally did all of that because it's not my cup of tea. I was busy working. Um, so yeah, wife sorted all of the accommodation sort of things out. I know we've got like a double joining room or something. I know there's a gym there. Is that right? There's a gym in Butlins, and then we get like an all-you-can-eat breakfast. They're gonna regret that. Like, have they not heard of a strongman before? We eat a lot. Like, I think they're gonna regret every single day that we're there. If they don't, they should. Right, I think I've made you wait long enough. Shall we have another duck race and actually take it seriously this time? Now, I see we've currently got 11 people in chat. That is 11 chatters. 11 ducks. Tweet, tweet, waddle, waddle. Have you got any grapes? If you don't know what I mean by that, you don't want to know. Basically, we're going to go for a 2-minute duck race. And we've got 11 people. 12 people now in chat. So we're going to have 12 ducks. At this point, it is set. So you need to pick your numbers. I am going to take the time to write them all down in just 2 seconds. And I will be calling them out as I write them down, because that's the only fair way to do it. Now, this is for another £10 voucher on my store. Send me a message straight away. And after the stream, I will message back with your code or whatever. And it's £10 on my store. Here we go. Right, so we've got 12 ducks, and we've got Ants UK. And my pen's just stopped working at the worst ever possible time. Where's my other pen? Oh, now I'm dropping things. There's my other pen. Luckily, I always have a backup. Right, so pen. We have Ants UK at number 3. We have Katrina at number 7. Ted's Creatures at number 5. The Ant Warrior at number 9. All Ants UK got 4. Dave's Ants has 2. And Stacy has 10. So we currently have 1, 6, 8, 11 and 12 still available. If you want any of those numbers, you have about 30 seconds before the race starts. Yeah, Ted, you are 5. If I said 5 then, I meant 1, 6, 8, 11 and 12. I'll go through the numbers again. I got Dave's Ants at number 2, Ants UK number 3, All Ants UK at 4, Ted at 5, Katrina at 7, Ant Warrior at 9, Stacey at 10. And I think we are good to go. So there is still a few numbers available. We have 13 people in the chat. If you want to get involved, it's a £10 voucher on my store. We have quite a few interesting ducks. We've got Strawberry Duck. We have Green Heart Duck, Punk Duck, Reindeer Duck, British Soldier Duck, other Punk Duck. We've got quite a few plain ducks in there as well. They're bound to cause a bit of trouble. So let's get this race underway. Now, this is for a £10 voucher, don't forget. I'm hoping it's not lagging. It's saying the signal's fine at the minute, which is a rarity when I do these races. That's quite funny. I think I saw a question earlier about what ant types will be at the convention exhibition sort of thing. There's going to be loads. We've got the Ant Lady and Ants Are Us as like two of the main big vendors and sponsors of the show as well. So them alone, they're going to bring loads of different species. I'm going to have a few different species. There's going to be different formicarians there. Loads of stuff, loads of different species, loads. I'd be surprised if we didn't have like something of everything, if you know what I mean. But there's definitely going to be a lot. Right, so we're coming up to over a minute in. Now we've got under a minute left. Strawberry Duck in number 2 is moving up on the outside. He's coming up. Number 8, Soldier Duck, is holding strong. Number 9, Green Mohawk Duck, is coming up. But number 2 still holding it. Number 2, Dave Zance, is holding it really well at the minute. Here we go. Oh, they're all dropping back. Number 10. Number 10's holding. So we are, Stacey, your pink spotted duck is holding it. Last 16 seconds now. It's all coming down to this. Go on, duckies. Push it. Everything you got. Everything you got. Last 10 seconds. Final stretch. Number 7's making a break for it. Number 9's making a break for it. Number 7 looks like you're about to get it. And it goes to number 7, Katrina. Now, I did see your message that you wanted a Mesa Barbarous. So if you'd prefer that, if you're absolutely sure, I will post that out to you tomorrow. Just send me your address. Stacey, I was just wondering what that first comment was. Come on, yeah, well done. Yeah, no, I'm well done. I'm happy with that. That was a good bit of fun. Yeah, just send me your address and I will make sure that goes out to you tomorrow. No problem at all. Good bit of fun. I'm probably not going to leave it much later. I've been chatting for over 2 hours now. What else is there to chat about, really? You always buggered off to the pub. I think a lot of them buggered off to the pub. In fact, the ducks down at the local swannery, I call it a swannery, it's more of a duckery, but it's more of a seagullery at the minute. They've all buggered off. They don't know where they go. Like, they just disappear. They don't fly. They don't migrate or nothing. They just disappear. Have you got? I don't have any red-headed at the moment. I don't believe. I can check. I can check the new stock that's come in, but I don't think they were on my list. And they need to quarantine anyways. But I do have normal ones. I know that, the normal blackheads. But if you prefer something else or just a voucher, you just let me know. Obviously, it's entirely up to you. All Ants UK. Yeah, you're more than welcome to video as much of the event as you want. I don't know if I did answer that. I thought I did answer that one, but yeah, video away, buddy. Do what you want. Like as long as you don't go up to people in their face and irritate anyone. But I suppose that's like rules of life. You know what I mean? I really don't mind if you want to come along and film. Excuse me. But yeah, I think I am going to call it a night. If anyone else has any quick questions or anything they want to ask me, if not, send me a little message in a minute and I will be on Discord and Messenger and all the other places, Twitter and everything like that. Yeah, it's been absolutely awesome. Ant Warrior, thank you very much, buddy. That's very kind of you to say. Really kind of you to say, actually. I will Tetramorium Kispatum. Give me 30 seconds. I'll bring up my thing. Because it's not one that I keep myself, to be honest. But give me 30 seconds. I've got my doodads. But yeah, you say about 475 subscribers. I actually lost quite a few last week. I lost 4 or 5 just like overnight. I don't know why. Must have said something that someone didn't like. And they just disappeared. And then over the last few days, they've like new people have subscribed and joined. Right, so that's the thing about these live streams. I think sometimes I say things which annoys people, but you gotta have stuff to say. And thank you, Stacey. So I'm just finding that thing. It's Stacey, to be honest, I just try and I just want to encourage the community to come together, involve as many people as I can. You know, I just want to I want to help everyone. That's just me all round. I've always wanted to just always help everyone, do as much for everyone as I can. In fact, at the minute, like they're having a little bit of a problem in a local facility. I'm not going to go into details because it's obviously all happening at the minute. But like I've stepped into a role. Like basically, I got really involved because of it. Yeah, I just trying to help everyone. Whatever it takes, I'll be there. I'll be there when the sun comes down. I don't know that song. I don't even know if that is a song. It could be. Right. File is opening now. It's running very slowly because because of the computer. I need to get that BAM and the extra cores and stuff. Right. Okay. Okay, right. So basically, what I've got written down, I've just gone for ant karaoke. That sounds like a cracker-lacking idea. I sing all the time. Like they've asked me to sing, and I sing all the time now. And I think other people should get brave and sing too. But you'd be surprised, quite a lot of people don't even like hearing their voice on stream, let alone singing. I couldn't give a monkey's what people think of me. Like you either like my singing or you don't. And if you don't, you're probably still going to listen to it because I'm really, really loud. So yeah, basically Tetramorium crispatum, from what I've got wrote down here, they're basically the same as most of our European ants. They're not too hard to handle. They like, kind of mildly moist areas, not soaking wet, nothing too majorly warm, but a bit of heat. Yeah, they survive in the UK, so basically it's the same as like um, a fan. Like they're a little bit more sensitive, and whatnot, but generally speaking, they don't need a massive amount of encouragement to get going. In fact, the Tetramorium crispatum that I've got, I think you got one without workers, didn't you? If you got one without workers, like you've got one only ones which hasn't yet got workers. Um, because they are doing so well. Like they're so easy to keep. Like they don't need any extra heat. They don't need any special humidity or anything like that. Um, they're just doing really well as they are, just regular feeding as you would any other UK species, and you'll find they should do fine. Yeah, you got the one without workers. I mean, to be honest, like you might not even like you've got to really check hard because these workers are tiny. Um, the amount of times I looked in one was like, nah, there's no worker. Oh yes, there's a worker. There's workers. You got to look twice sometimes. Um, yeah, Stacey, it's Tetramorium crispatum. It's the pavement ant, I believe they're known as. Um, and yeah, they're quite a generally easy species. Like I say, they don't need any extra heat. They don't need any extra humidity. They'll do in like pretty much most formicariums. Um, Average in temperature. I wouldn't take them above like 26 degrees. I think 28 can be a bit too much for them. Just like I say, general UK temperatures. Um, yeah, give us some ant syrup. No, I didn't feed any of the queens that I had, and most of them have workers now already. Um, so yeah, I wouldn't. I would give her 2 or 3 weeks. Has she got eggs still? I think she had at least a couple of eggs. I'll have a look back in my. I take a picture of every colony before I send it out, just so that I know for my sake that it was in a good position when I sent it out or whatever. So I'll have a look. If she's got eggs, just literally just give her a couple of weeks in the dark, and they're really fast growing. Like the eggs, like literally a few, like 6 weeks is kind of like as long as it goes really for Crispatum. I find they're really fast growing. Um, so yeah, she should be fine pretty fast. Um, or do you have? I do have Flavus. Yeah, I do have Flavus. I I need to check on the Flavus because they're all due to have workers very soon. Or and then I've got some more coming in, which are fresh queens again. Right. Sugar syrups will be on the shop when I do the next big shop update. Protein jellies should be on the shop as well, just to answer you, Katrina. Um, and then we've got other live insects that are going on as well, but they're more as and when I've got them in stock because I breed them myself. Need the link to the shop. Literally just type in www.antsontherock.com and the shop's on the menu in the top section. Okay, so she's got 3 eggs. That's not too bad. See, I found Tetramonium crispatum, like my ones, they only had 3 to 5 workers in that first batch of the Nitix. So that's about right, 3 eggs, yeah. And then in the next batch, you'll expect a few more, and then it will increase over time as they usually do. You know how it works. But right, I am going to love you all and leave you. If you want me at all, just send me a message on Discord or Messenger or whatever you want to get me on. You know where I am. In fact, I made that banner lately because it shows all the different social media platforms we're on. And there's quite a few now. And I think we're going to expand onto more. We're going to be everywhere, like in your face all the time. Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be cool. But yeah, thank you all for signing in for another episode. This has been an absolute cracker of a night, believe it or not. It's a shame that our guest for tonight did cancel. I won't say who it is because they're planning to come back on. Just a bit of a shame that they cancelled yet again. I can't do that at the minute, Ant Warrior. I will have to do it on. I can do it on email. I'll send it over email to you, Warrior, in about 10 minutes. Okay, buddy? But yeah, it's been absolutely awesome tonight. An awesome roundup to season 2. Please do come back for season 3. Like I say, we're going to have a little bit of a structure change to the show. It's going to be a bit more exciting, a bit more involved. Hopefully, you're going to enjoy it. And yeah, and if you want to get on the show for any reason, just like you said, we're going to have like games and stuff to get involved with, and we might take you up on that karaoke night and things like that. If you want to get involved in the show just for a bit of fun, send me a little message. I need like volunteers to get involved with these things, and we'll make it awesome. And yeah, but I'm gonna love you and leave you. I gotta go make a coffee and crack on with everything else that I've fallen behind on for the last few weeks. Few days. Same thing to me. Right. I'll speak to you all later. So as always from me, I'll see you again soon, Ant fans.